Welcome to our channel. Today we embark on a thrilling expedition into the annals of history where we'll unearth the most surprising and shocking truths about some of humanity's most iconic figures. From the brilliant minds of scientists to the calculated strategies of military masterminds and even the chilling tales of infamous criminals, prepare to be astounded. History as we know it is often a carefully curated narrative, polished and presented in textbooks and documentaries. But behind the polished facade lies a treasure trove of fascinating and sometimes unbelievable anecdotes that reveal the true complexities of these historical giants. Join me, Jaden Basom G, as we delve deep into the lives of these legendary figures, peeling back the layers of time to expose the hidden truths that have remained shrouded in obscurity until now. Get ready to have your perceptions challenged and your minds blown. Our journey begins with a man whose name has become synonymous with genius itself, Albert Einstein. His groundbreaking theories on relativity revolutionized our understanding of the universe. But even the most brilliant minds can hold surprising secrets. In the war-torn world of 1952, a newly formed nation sought a leader of unparalleled intellect and moral standing. That nation was Israel, and their chosen candidate for the presidency was none other than Albert Einstein. Imagine, if you will, Einstein, a man who dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, thrust onto the world stage as a political leader. It seems unfathomable, yet this remarkable offer was indeed presented to him. Einstein, however, was a man of science, not politics. He politely declined the offer, stating that he lacked the aptitude for such a demanding role. "I have no head for problems," he famously remarked. It seems even a mind capable of grasping the complexities of space-time had its limits. This unexpected anecdote offers a glimpse into the humility of a man who, despite his extraordinary intellect, recognized his own boundaries. Our next destination takes us to the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt, where we encounter Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of a dynasty nearing its end. Her story has been told and retold, often focusing on her legendary beauty and romantic liaisons. But Cleopatra was more than just a beautiful face. She was a shrewd ruler, a skilled diplomat, and a woman of astonishing intellect. While her beauty may have captivated the likes of Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, it was her mind that truly set her apart. Cleopatra was a gifted linguist, fluent in as many as a dozen languages. Imagine the bustling court of Alexandria, alive with the sounds of diplomats from distant lands, and Cleopatra effortlessly navigating their conversations, her words a symphony of diplomacy and power. But her intellect extended far beyond languages. She was well versed in mathematics, a keen student of philosophy, and possessed a deep understanding of astronomy. In a time when women were often relegated to the shadows, Cleopatra's intellect shone brightly, illuminating her reign and solidifying her place in history. From the ancient world, we journey forward to the battlefields of Europe, where we encounter a man who needs no introduction, Napoleon Bonaparte, the military genius who conquered much of Europe. Napoleon's strategic brilliance is legendary, his ability to outmaneuver and outwit his opponents unmatched. Yet even the most formidable conquerors can be humbled by the unlikeliest of foes. Picture this: Napoleon, at the height of his power, surrounded by his loyal troops, not on a field of glorious battle, but on a seemingly innocuous hunting expedition. The prey, a seemingly harmless group of rabbits, but these were no ordinary rabbits. As Napoleon and his men prepared for the hunt, what began as a playful chase quickly transformed into a scene of utter chaos. The rabbits, hundreds strong, swarmed the hunting party, their tiny teeth bared in a display of unexpected aggression. Napoleon, the conqueror of nations, found himself overwhelmed by a horde of fluffy adversaries, his carefully crafted image of military might crumbling before his very eyes as he beat a hasty retreat, his men scattering in comical disarray. This bizarre incident serves as a humorous reminder that even the mightiest among us can be brought low by the unpredictable nature of the natural world. Our next tale takes us back to the Roman Republic, where we encounter a man whose name has become synonymous with power itself, Julius Caesar. A brilliant general, a cunning politician, and a man of insatiable ambition. But before he rose to become the ruler of Rome, Caesar experienced an extraordinary and often overlooked chapter in his life. He was kidnapped by pirates. Imagine young Caesar sailing the Aegean Sea when suddenly his vessel is overtaken by a band of ruthless pirates. They see him not as the future emperor of Rome, but as a valuable hostage. The pirates, emboldened by their capture, demanded a hefty ransom of 20 talents of silver. Caesar, never one to be outdone, scoffed at their paltry sum and with characteristic audacity, insisted they ask for 50. He treated his captors with a mixture of disdain and amusement, often joining them in their games and reciting poetry. He even had the audacity to threaten them, promising that he would hunt them down and have them crucified. The pirates, initially amused by his bravado, soon learned to fear the steely resolve beneath Caesar's charismatic facade. True to his word, upon his release, Caesar assembled a fleet, hunted down the pirates, and delivered his promised justice. This daring act of defiance cemented Caesar's reputation as a man not to be trifled with. From the ancient world, we shift our focus to the groundbreaking discoveries of the late 19th century. We encounter Marie Curie, a woman who defied societal expectations to become a pioneer in the world of science. Her groundbreaking research on radioactivity revolutionized our understanding of the atom, but it came at a cost, a hidden danger that lurked within her very laboratory. Imagine Curie in her lab, tirelessly working alongside her husband Pierre, surrounded by beakers, tubes, and instruments of science. In her hands, she holds a vial containing a mysterious substance glowing with an ethereal light: radium. Unbeknownst to Curie, this element, which she helped discover and for which she would be awarded the Nobel Prize, posed a deadly threat. Its radioactive properties, while groundbreaking for science, were slowly poisoning her. Curie's dedication to her research knew no bounds. She carried test tubes of radium in her pockets, unaware of the invisible rays that emanated from them, silently damaging her cells. Even today, her notebooks, filled with groundbreaking research, remain radioactive, stored in lead-lined boxes, a poignant reminder of the price paid for scientific progress. Curie's story is a testament to the unwavering spirit of scientific exploration, but it also serves as a cautionary tale about the unforeseen consequences of unlocking the secrets of the atom. Our exploration of history takes us now to the tumultuous 20th century, where we encounter a figure shrouded in controversy, Joseph Stalin, the iron-fisted dictator of the Soviet Union. His reign was marked by terror, paranoia, and unimaginable brutality. Millions perished under his oppressive regime, victims of his ruthless pursuit of power. Yet this tyrant, responsible for untold suffering, was twice nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Imagine the irony: the man who orchestrated purges, famines, and sent countless souls to their deaths in the gulags, considered for an award symbolizing peace. The nominations, one in 1945 and another in 1948, were met with outrage and disbelief. How could the Nobel Committee even entertain the notion of bestowing such an honor upon a man with so much blood on his hands? The nominations, while ultimately unsuccessful, remain a controversial footnote in history. They serve as a stark reminder that the world is a complex and often contradictory place, where even the most prestigious accolades can become entangled in the messy realities of politics and power. Our journey through history now leads us to the heart of the Russian Revolution, where we encounter Vladimir Lenin, the Bolshevik leader who would reshape the political landscape of the 20th century. Lenin, a man of unwavering conviction and ruthless pragmatism, led the Bolsheviks to victory, overthrowing the Tsar and establishing the Soviet Union. But beneath his revolutionary zeal lay a deep-seated paranoia, a fear that permeated his every action. Imagine, if you will, Lenin in the Kremlin, the seat of his newfound power, surrounded by the trappings of leadership, yet consumed by an unshakable fear for his life. He was haunted by the possibility of assassination, convinced that enemies lurked in every shadow, plotting his demise. To combat this ever-present threat, Lenin employed a unique and somewhat unsettling precaution: a food taster. Every morsel of food destined for Lenin's plate was first meticulously sampled by a dedicated individual. This individual, risking their own well-being, ensured that Lenin's meals were free from poison, a testament to the level of paranoia that gripped the Soviet leader. Lenin's fear, while extreme, highlights the precarious nature of power, especially in the aftermath of a revolution. where former allies can quickly become enemies and trust becomes a luxury few can afford. Our next stop takes us across the Atlantic to 19th century America, where we encounter a figure who stands tall in the annals of American history, Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Remembered for his eloquence, his leadership during the Civil War, and his unwavering commitment to preserving the Union, Lincoln's life before the presidency reveals a surprising and often overlooked chapter. Before the weight of a nation rested on his shoulders, before he grappled with the moral complexities of slavery and the horrors of war, Lincoln was a licensed bartender and co-owner of a saloon in Springfield, Illinois. Imagine, if you will, a young Lincoln, not in the hallowed halls of the White House, but behind the bar, serving drinks, swapping stories, and navigating the social dynamics of a bustling saloon. This experience, far removed from the world of politics, provided Lincoln with invaluable life lessons. It honed his people skills, taught him the art of persuasion, and exposed him to the diverse tapestry of American society. These experiences would serve him well in the years to come, shaping his character and preparing him for the challenges that lay ahead as he navigated the tumultuous political landscape of a nation on the brink of division. Our journey now takes us to the battlefields of World War II, where we encounter a figure whose life embodies the extremes of human experience. Audie Murphy, one of the most decorated American combat soldiers of all time. From his humble beginnings in rural Texas to the blood-soaked battlefields of Europe, Murphy's life reads like a Hollywood script. He enlisted in the army at the tender age of 18, his small stature and youthful appearance belying the courage that burned within him. Imagine Murphy, barely a man, facing the horrors of war with unwavering bravery. He fought in some of the fiercest battles of the European theatre, his courage under fire earning him numerous medals, including the Medal of Honor, the highest military decoration awarded by the United States government. But Murphy's story doesn't end on the battlefield. After the war, he transitioned to a career as unlikely as it was successful. He became a Hollywood actor. Imagine Murphy, the war hero now gracing the silver screen, starring in over 40 films, often portraying cowboys and soldiers, roles that reflected his real-life experiences. His most famous role was ironically in the film To Hell and Back, based on his own autobiography in which he played himself. Audie Murphy's life is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even amidst the chaos of war, hope and the pursuit of dreams can endure. Our final destination takes us to the shadowy streets of 1890s Chicago, where we encounter a figure who embodies the darkest impulses of human nature, H. Holmes, one of America's first serial killers. While his name may not be as widely known as Jack the Ripper or Ted Bundy, his crimes were no less horrific, his methods no less chillingly calculated. Imagine, if you will, the bustling streets of Chicago during the 1893 World's Fair, a time of progress and wonder, yet lurking beneath the surface, a sinister secret. Holmes, a charismatic con man with a sinister secret, constructed a building that would come to be known as his murder castle. This macabre edifice was a labyrinth of hidden rooms, secret passages, trapdoors, and soundproof chambers, all designed to facilitate his gruesome deeds. Imagine the unsuspecting victims lured into Holmes' web of deceit, their dreams of experiencing the wonders of the World's Fair transformed into nightmares beyond their wildest imaginations. Holmes's murder castle became a house of horrors, a place where his victims were subjected to unspeakable tortures, their lives extinguished in the most gruesome of ways. His story serves as a chilling reminder that even in the midst of progress and celebration, darkness can lurk in the shadows, preying on the innocent and unsuspecting. As we conclude our expedition into the hidden corners of history, remember that behind every famous figure, beyond the statues and the textbooks, lie stories of extraordinary complexity. From acts of unexpected generosity to moments of shocking depravity, the human story is a tapestry woven with threads of brilliance, folly, courage, and darkness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these shocking facts, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing content. By subscribing, you'll join our growing community of history enthusiasts and ensure that you never miss an episode of our explorations into the past. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of discovery alive.